What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. We're going to keep it short and sweet today with just 2 HomePods. Yes, we've got more, but it's getting a little late. I don't have a whole lot of energy, and frankly, I think everybody will be fine. So, let's go ahead and knock these 2 HomePods out. We've got Joe's HomePod with the blinkies, and then we've got 3634's HomePod with bad bass. Not sure yet what exactly is wrong with their bass. We will find out in just a few minutes here. Anyways, with Joe's pod here, we've got the blinking volume buttons, a very common issue with these things where not sure if it's a hardware or a software issue without trying a few things, but ultimately many of them end up in this state, being unable to reset or be used ever again without fixing it one way or another. So we won't know if it's a software or hardware issue without at least attempting a software restore. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll grab our handy dandy 3D printable USB restore adapter. You can buy these from me. Go to my shop. You can find my shop from my website, nixfix.com. All that just to shoot me an email and say, hey, I want to buy a dongle. The files to print and make your own are, of course, out there and freely available if you want to try yourself. Let's get this. Looks like someone may have already been in here, but it does not look quite like anybody has actually tried. Oh, I do see. I almost see indentations on there, but that looks more like factory marks. So it looks like probably no one's tried this yet. I'll double check my repair notes in a minute and see if we missed them saying anything or mentioning anything like that. And of course we need to keep the HomePod upside down. That's how it knows to go into the firmware restore mode or DFU mode. And that's the first and most important step, is putting it and keeping it upside down while we do all of this. Then we'll get our USB. A configurator, that's right. We'll plug our USB in, and then we will plug power into our HomePod and run a couple commands here. You can't just use iTunes or Finder to restore the software on these. You have to use command line tools and our magic firmware. Let's see if I can find, there we go. What do we got? What's it gonna give us? Will we be lucky? Felix, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. No power after trying to update. Ouch, but not surprising at all. Firmware updates tend to put more load under these diodes, and the crappy diodes, that's when they usually pop. There it is, waiting for NAND. So this one is unfortunately more than just a software issue. It's going to need a little more time, effort, and parts. So we'll go ahead and back out of this, and we'll let Joe know. And we're going to need to get, we'll have to push this back a day or so we can get our hands on another logic board for him. If not, then we'll just try to fix their logic board, but I'd rather replace the logic boards with good working ones than try to fix them. It's not the most trivial repair, that NAND issue. But with a new logic board, it makes it a lot easier, of course. Okay, let's put this to the side and grab our other pod. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Get their name up on the screen. Yeah, we're kind of cheating today. We're feeling pretty low energy and started pretty late, so we're taking it easy today. So this one should have some sort of misbehaving base. We'll see if it's a situation of death farts and the usual bad filters, or if we've got no bass entirely, or maybe the bass is rattly. We will see here. Say something. Do something. Come on, do something. These newer OSs always take forever to do something as soon as you plug them in.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the Home app.
Yep, that is a tin can, that's for sure. I can't quite tell if that bass speaker is totally gone yet, or if it's like 99% gone. I can smell it. No, that subwoofer is roasted. So we've likely got bad DC filters here, as they all do. They are ceramic capacitors, and all ceramic caps go bad over time, just naturally due to age, whether they're being used or not. The ones Apple used seem to be rather subpar quality, but also rumor has it that there were some design flaws just in general that Apple knew about that could have maybe prevented these issues. But we can at least replace them with good new filters that'll far outlast the originals and keep these things going for a very long time. Of course, none of that's going to help if the subwoofer took too much damage from those filters going bad, but we've got a few replacement woofers pulled from other pods ready to go if it needs it. It very likely will need it. Get this dusted out. Turn the volume down, it's going to be loud. Alright, you're good. Some 99% Tim's Tears, aka isopropyl alcohol, helps break down the glue that holds. That's not ideal. I guess we'll replace that. It seems inevitable sometimes these, I don't know if it's the mechanical fatigue from being shaken around for years by the subwoofer right below it, or UV damage weakening the ribbon cable, making them prone to tearing. Maybe I suck and I just, you know. But that really ripped with zero effort. I didn't even start to give it the beans yet. That felt oddly brittle. What's our backlog looking like? We're usually about a day behind. It's about 50-50. Some days we can fix stuff the day that it shows up. Some days it might take us an extra day, so we might not get till the next day. I was wondering why that was so difficult to pull out, but that's because the ribbon was still attached. Alright, we'll yank another one of those on our way back together here. Oh yeah. No, that yeah, that's cooked. That is gone. But worry not, we've got a good one here for you. All right, we carry on. Bad pace. Oh, yuck. Okay. Let's get that out of here. Garbage. You don't want your garbage. Wow, that came all the way out of the... straight out the main, out of the amplifier board. Pretty tricky. I think that's probably the easiest, the easiest ribbon cable pull I've ever done. Ooh, the smell of that roasted subwoofer has almost permeated the rest of the parts inside. I can't wait for smell-o-vision so you guys can share this experience with me. Okay, let's get that ribbon cable replaced really quick. That's the easiest part. It's just two T6s holding this part at the bottom. The rest of the ribbon cable is already gone. Let's find a sacrifice. Who will it be? I have chosen. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol again to make that adhesive come right out. I want to reuse as much as we can. And then we'll just carefully, very carefully and easily pop that out. We need to remove that one. And then this can just pop right down. Very nice. And we've got one not ripped ribbon cable. I wonder if the heat from the subwoofer getting cooked from the filters going bad fatigued the ribbon cable too, made it more prone to tearing. Any excuse that sounds better than I hulked it apart. Okay, the tricky part is there are two holes. There's a hole here and a hole here inside of the, or on the ribbon cables. There you go, now you can see them. You got a hole here and a hole here, and you've got dimples in the shell that correlate to them so that the ribbon cable doesn't wiggle around. The tricky part is getting everything plugged in and those dimples lined up with the holes on the ribbon. So what I'd like to do is get it plugged in first. Yeah, right. Alright, freaking Joker. That's lined up. And that's lined up. Let's get that plugged in. Oof, goodness. Okay. We got the main ribbon plugged into the microphone board. Now we gotta get the other microphone plugged back in. Oh, jeez. There we go. Then we can push that back down, stick it in place, and we're good there. Now we can move on to here. Do a little bit of actual repairs here. So these are our filters. They were what went bad and roasted that subwoofer. We'll get them replaced. Our 10 ohm resistor is looking fine and fantastic. We do have a 46K dated Schottky diode. These will have to fail and cause no power. So we'll get this replaced after our filters. And that should be just about it. All right. Yeah. Of course. That's a little too close to that stuff at the top there. There. I can sleep at night with that. Let's get this diode replaced before it needs it. DZ, Stefan, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Well, the other one turned out to be bad manned on the logic board, so we gotta scrape together another logic board for them. Nah, sorry, Stephanie. We're gonna fix this up and we're gonna get out of here. Got way too much other stuff to take care of around the house. And besides, I got like 6 or 7 other HomePods waiting to get fixed. We can't do that to them. Something like that, Stephanie. Surprise.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
There we go. That is full of bass. Bass and Siri sass. Alright, we're gonna wrap today up with an easy one here. We've got Edwin's HomePod back up on the table. Theirs was a blinky brick. It took a software restore with our USB adapter and it's been testing okay since then, so we're gonna knock out the hardware maintenance on it, get it back together, and we'll get it out of here. Where's my plastic thingy? Ah, here it is. Whew. I should really buy more of these. It's my last one. And it's on the edge. See, Stefan, I don't like expectations, because expectations can often lead to disappointment. I like pleasant surprises and exceeding expectations. I like to make you guys expect the worst, and then when you get anything but the worst, then it's always better. Nonsense. That's messed up. We'll replace this old foam gasket with solid rubber like we do on all of them. Alright, what's it need? They all get new filters, they all go bad and cause death farts, so we'll get those done. We've got a 36K dated diode, those do not fail and cause power issues. Everything else looking and smelling fine. Alright, here we go. Did you see that ludicrous display? Alright, back together we go. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream, and I'm glad you could join. We're almost done here. That sucks, Stefan. Sorry, had a delivery and they had to take a password, like some medieval stuff. It's not a signature. It's not an 18-year-old. It's specifically a password I was given that I had to tell them. Never had that before. And then, of course, they wanted to ask about my car. Alright, that should boot right back up to the setup mode. Very beautiful. Perfect. Folks, that is it for here, now, and today. Of course, we've always got more waiting to get fixed. But I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one.